Hello.
Hello, welcome to the Flickerverse. It's better if I'm not muted.
Yeah.
And if we play the intro.
Yeah, I was like, that
Yeah.
intro was real short. Did we play the actual intro?
No, that wasn't the intro. The intro is here. Here's the intro.
Hey, let's try that again. Welcome to the Flickerverse. That was one flicker where Rob is not prepared to start, and we play the wrong intro. So you get all the flickers here, it seems. So welcome. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Welcome. It's episode 2, folks, and it's been like a crazy week, hasn't it? So, but before we get into that, Androl, how are you doing, sir?
Hello. I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Good. Good to see you again. Uno, Aginor, how are we doing over there?
I'm doing fine. I still have a couple of days before I need to get back to work, so I'm
Nice.
enjoying the most of it.
Good.
And I just got back to work, so I'm trying to figure out how to do my job again.
Ah,
So,
nice.
But, you know,
The joys of returning after time off.
yeah, like, well, what is this? I don't know. Do I work here? Do I know these people?
Imposter syndrome is strong.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And
And
we have
Sulin?
like some big deadlines on Friday, so it's like,
Oh God. Okay, that's not fun.
no. But I'm here now, so yeah, I'm good.
It's good to have you here. And Sulin, how are you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what the weather's doing. It's beautiful sunshine today, and yet yesterday was miserable as sin. So I can't quite work out what. Like, I've got my washing drying, and I had the balcony doors open, and I had to shut them again. So it's. I mean, this is all exactly what you guys want to hear. This is the quality content here for the state of my washing.
Look, sounds like you need a good guy shine going on. So you need to get out there, perform a raid or two, and then get yourself a guy shine, and you know you can get someone else doing your laundry for you. You know?
If there are any volunteers in chat, please hit me up.
Yeah, there we go. Anyone who wants to be guy shine, Sulin is the maiden you need to see. So, but yeah, last week we did our first episode, which everyone was here for because there's 7 of us in total. So Camille is away fast riding, and Roger is. I feel like he's going to try and join us. I think he might be running a bit late.
He's on his way.
Yeah, he'll be on his way. But yeah, last week we did our first episode, and since then we've already had 100 of you. More than 100 of you subscribe to us on YouTube.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, that is much G, as they would say, ramen rattle, as they say somewhere else. That's just.
Yeah, we need to invent a couple of those things for us as well.
Yeah, we need some of those
Sure.
things. But yeah, apparently, by the way, folks, if you want to be guy shine, Sulin pays very little, just as a fair.
I mean, a shine shouldn't get paid at all. So
Exactly. So, if anything, you know, you're getting a deal there. So you're getting some pay. But yeah, it's. What do we want to talk about first? Do we want to talk like Wheel of Time's been a bit busy today? Do we want to mention any of that?
We can touch on it.
Yeah. Shall we?
I think we should.
Yes.
Yes.
Why
What
not?
would you like? Which bit first? Because there were 2 things. Do you have a preference?
Let's talk about the
Maybe I
Kevin
All of them,
service.
so pick any.
the Kevin thing. All right, we'll talk about the Kevin thing. Let me load up
We
the
need
Kevin
to
thing.
we need to talk about Kevin.
We need to talk about Kevin.
We should also preface this by saying when we do talk about the show that we support the strikes that are going on at the moment, and we hope that they get a fair deal very quickly.
That is a good point. Thank you for reminding and keeping us honest there, Sulin. Yeah, folks, if you are not familiar, SAG-AFTRA and the WGA are currently on strike to get a fair deal to enable them to look after themselves, feed their families, just get a fair deal out of these companies that make a fortune on the things that they put together for them, and they take all the benefits, and obviously trying to get stronger safety measures around the use of AI in the industry, because that's got the huge potential to be crazy. So there will be a link in the description to the entertainment fund. You can go and donate there if you're able to, or just raise awareness by sharing these things around and making sure these companies know that these hardworking people should be getting a better deal than they currently do. So thank you, Sulin. Appreciate that. But yeah, they did drop a couple of things. We're going to start with the Kevin stuff, as we said. I'm just going to pop it in. And we got this. Shall I play it like low volume so that we can all like chat about it, or do you want to just watch it?
We can talk about it. I mean,
Yeah,
something.
nothing's really new, so I don't feel like it's.
All right, that's fair. We'll play it as low, and we'll get it going. So this is like a behind the scenes of the Trolloc thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get some nice interview pieces, and they've put it together with some of the new footage that we got last week.
Yeah.
I love the alliteration of Terror of the Trollocs.
I know, right? Sounds like a bedtime story.
Oh my god. Androl, how do you feel about narrating a musical bedtime story?
Yeah, I can do that.
That would be
Complete
crazy.
spin-off series.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, basically they're just talking us through how Aginor created the Trollocs, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
sorry,
the Trolloc got
Rosamund's
good
bad
one.
wig.
I mean, this is kind of. I felt kind of bad for some part of it of the first season because they were so dark. You couldn't really see much of the Trollocs, I think.
I love this safety feature with the horns, though, like how the horns are designed to break off. If they, it's so clever. You can just clip them back on.
You don't want those in your eyes.
Between the Trollocs. So
you could. This is brilliant.
Norg smart.
Indeed.
Peak genetic engineering.
Yeah.
But this is this is just Kevin's service. Like, I feel like at this point, the Tweet of Chaos every week needs to release something that is for the fans and then something just for Kevin. So this is the weekly Kevin service.
You say that it is not just the Twitter of Chaos like catering to themselves.
Whoa. Yeah, that's the theory.
Exactly.
That should be a poll in chat. Where's my YouTube lineup? I need to find that 1 second. I've got too many screens open. I can't tell what's what. But I need to try and put a poll in chat now. Apparently I don't have it open. That's bizarre. All right, let me fix that. We'll put a poll in chat. Is Kevin the Tweeter of Chaos? That'll be fun.
The evidence is pointing in that direction.
I mean, it's kind of there, isn't it? Bless him. We love you, Kev. But
how do we know that it wasn't Kevin that spilled the coffee?
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
That's such a good point. So here we go. That's the section I want. But yeah, this was cool. I like that we got to see behind the scenes stuff. I always enjoy the teaser stuff is great. The trailers are great, but behind the scenes I find so interesting. I don't know about how anyone else feels about that.
I love everything. We watched all of it for the first season, and just talking to all the actors and the choreographers and everything like that is so cool to see all the behind scenes.
I agree. Sorry,
detachable horns. Exactly. I think this is the fourth age. So in the fifth age, we get mecha Trollocs with exchangeable limbs and all that.
Mecha
motorized to perfection,
like Transformers.
Exactly. Yeah. Transformers Trollocs. The terror of Transformer Trollocs.
The Terror of Transformer Trollocs. That is the title.
They're literally fueled by nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is such a good point.
Wait a minute.
Right.
So you mean that the Trollocs are working for Monsters Incorporated?
Exactly.
They're fueled by nightmares, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
There we go.
Sully. It's working. Okay.
Just
No.
like Sully.
I mean, he
It
looks a
all
bit like
comes
Trolloc,
together.
right?
Yeah.
Very fuzzy Trolloc.
Oh,
And
Sulin.
the other piece of news that we got was that 20-ish second, was it 20-second clip?
It is 32 seconds.
32 whole seconds.
They spoil
Yep.
us.
Got it right here. They do spoil us. And this shows, what does this show, Sulin, since you brought this up?
Shows Nynaeve being awesome. That's what it shows.
Mm.
I know Elliot will appreciate the Nynaeve stuff a lot. Yeah, it's a mix of old and new content, just a new teaser trailer. But yeah, you've got a little bit more of Nynaeve in the tower, her super scioning Leandrin against a wall, which we all like to see. There's a new the new shot of Loyal looking absolutely devastated.
Mhm.
A new shot of Uno, some new bits by the Waygate with Egwene and Elaine, and it looks like Nynaeve's channeling. Rand setting fire to things as always.
Yep.
And the Sean Chan having American accents.
Shocker.
I know, the evil Sean Chan having a very distinctly different accent from all of those European wetlanders.
Oh, no. What a shame. How terrible. So
Terrible.
But we are also getting 3 episodes on September 1st.
Yes.
So, which
Yeah.
is very good.
Confirmed. Perfect.
Which is probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do we like the 3 episodes?
It's
I
gonna
mean-
be over too fast.
there is that. Yeah.
Finally.
For me
Mm.
personally, I'm supposed to be going to a wedding in America on the 13th. So it is, it's convenient for me. But I also then I kind of, it's going to stretch out nowhere near as far as I want it to. So, I mean, really what I want is like a single episode on the 1st. But that's, we ain't getting that. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But no, it's good, and I'm sure there'll be like thousands and thousands of hours of new content to go through.
This is very, very true.
Yeah, what you all don't know is that whilst Rob is on the show right now, he's also recording more content that he's got multiple computers open because he doesn't already have too much to do.
Shh. Don't give away
Content
all my
overload.
secrets. Content overload. An important question now, I've just put it in chat. Is Uno going to survive season 2?
100%.
Everyone's in a panic. The Flicker, I know we are. That's why I'm asking chat. I know the Flickerverse crew is like, Uno survives season 2. Like I've been here. We're all feeling the same. But
I will
We are
stop
Team Uno.
watching the show if Uno dies.
there we go, Rafe. You heard it.
Swear it.
Yeah. So
Like my hope of salvation.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
dang. Whoa.
That's a bold claim there.
Uno survives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, chat is on the whole agreeing with you, although it looks like there's one vote of someone says no. Where are you, that person? How dare you say that?
Who
Yeah,
are
can
you?
we ban people?
Yeah. Toby says safe as houses. Nice. Thank you, Toby. Appreciate that.
Doesn't Rand burn a house in that clip?
Maybe he did. Yeah. That's a good point.
You need to learn other weaves and just fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put
There's-
some spirit in there.
There is a lot to unpack from that. And I know there's a lot of, streams out there right now of people unpacking various bits and pieces from it. I did go and record a reaction to it. So, that'll be out at some point later. But it was just before the show. So it's like, I'll have to edit it afterwards because, it's time to flicker. And I think
Indeed.
that's a nice segue to discuss our flicker.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to keep going on the...
Or we're going to talk about a little bit what people
Oh,
have made since the
Yes.
first
Oh,
episode.
yeah. Uno, you put. Yes. Sorry, I forget that. Thank you, Uno. You pulled these together. So tell us about these, and I will get them set up so we can show them on the screen. Where did they go?
Yeah, we had a bunch of people make a bunch of memes after our first show, and of course, we wanted to share them all with you. Yeah. So
Do you remember who made what? Well,
I
they all
think I
Kevin.
wrote it in the. Yeah, this is Kevin.
Yeah, this is Kevin.
Oh, I think.
I love it. Complimentary at every Dark Friend social on the bottom there. And he's just like put the kid from the actual scene on the side.
Right, yeah.
You know.
And he's so fast with everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I put something up yesterday, and he was like, it took him like 5 seconds just make a meme. How?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's incredible. He's such a treasure. This is by you, Sulin.
Yeah, it is.
I can see if I can zoom in a bit on this. So corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture.
You lot really sucked the last episode, I have to say.
And you made this, Sulin. Why did you
I
make
know.
this?
Yeah, I love the Sulin made it. Makes it
You know, they're the same picture. Yeah, they are the same picture.
Trollocs have societies just like the IU.
Hence, they are the same. Simple logic.
I wonder how Ayula, Raga, and Maya feel about this.
Okay. Yeah.
They probably think it was fun to try the costumes on, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I want those horns, you know. So, yeah, that one was great. This one is by Law's Library, okay, and it's Nag. This is Jason from The Good Place. He said, "I came up with hundreds of plans in my life, and only one of them got me killed." So true.
Fair.
So
fair.
true. This one is also by Law's Library. Anything in the universe can be up to 104. I actually haven't seen this. Up to 104% perfect. That's how you got Nog. Oh,
Brilliant.
that's so cute. I forget what's actually said in the show, but that's really sweet. I like that one. Nice one, Loyal. This one is by Kevin. Oh my god. The
Yeah.
nanny. Oh wow, that is
Them
something.
hips.
Yeah. Them hips, yeah, they don't lie. So
I love the little silhouettes of Trollocs in the background.
yeah, it's a nice touch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's something.
Yeah.
And then what if you merge Ishi with Asmodean? I mean, has he even done anything there? Did like that almost? Has he put just sunglasses on Ishi's face on this person who's a rocking, like, or is that?
That's from something Faris did. That's
Faris
not-
Yeah, it is.
Oh, gotcha. Right, that makes a lot more sense. That's impressive. This is by this is by you, no? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say the other one was by Kevin. Okay, cool. This is by you. And then this is also by you. That's it. I'm taking you to Horny Jail. Now, this one, you put this on the server somewhere, and people were just like, yeah, you can take me to Horny Jail all the time.
For
I feel like,
anyone who hasn't seen this movie, it's the movie Cops, Swedish comedy. It's one of the first films that Faris did with his. I think it's directed by his brother.
Yes.
Faris.
Nice.
And it's brilliant.
Yes, it's brilliant.
I mean-
I rewatched it last week. It's kind of funny still.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
The humor is very Swedish.
Yeah.
Some things might be lost in translation, but yeah. If you want to see Ishi in his early days, and
Mhm.
Aww.
Oh, Kevin tore away from the Trollocs.
Welcome,
You'll
Kevin.
have to catch up because we
Yeah,
just
we're
had
just
20 minutes
discussing-
talking about you, really.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
This one is by Goatbrother. This one was great. Highlander, there can only be Uno. The only remake of this that I would watch. Sorry. There it is.
The
It's-
secrets behind the scenes.
Oh no, it's a Google Drive. Oh dear Lord. So yeah, this one was really good. Very nicely done. Then we had Law's Library come back in with the Good Place memes. I just saw a trillion different realities folding onto each other like thin sheets of metal forming a single blade. And then I forget his name, but the guy being like, yeah, the Flickerverse, we've all seen it.
Mike.
So I hope you've all seen it.
Brilliant.
But that's the Time Knife scene in there. That's a great one.
Yeah.
And then this is... This one wasn't said in our show last week, but this is kind of like just a great one anyway. So, cheesy snack water by Kevin. This came from a discussion on Twitter. Was this like yesterday?
No, yeah, it was yesterday on Instagram that Priyanka put up in her stories that like go and watch Romeo and Juliet and look at these amazing people, Jessica Boone and Taylor, and she just said that I love cheese, and then Taylor replied with something that he's I don't know what that cheese was called.
Gruyere.
Yeah, and that it was like semi-firm.
Right.
And then Jessica just replied that no, those abs are not semi-firm. You're Parmesan. And it just
it went from there, didn't it? There were cheese jokes. I mean, I threw a couple in. Obviously, Kevin was going. Kevin was going. There were a couple other people going as well. I forget who. Snackwater made an appearance. They usually, I don't often see them, but yeah. Nice one, Kev. Yeah. There were like 4 or 5 people in total making cheese jokes, and it was brilliant. So, yeah,
I just had a reminder.
Good call. This one by you, Sulin. This is clearly a scene of someone in an arts uniform. Are we the baddies? I mean,
it's from that Mitchell and Webb look.
Yeah,
and there's the whole sketch of the 2 Nazis, and they're just like talking about, well, are we the bad guys? And they're like, well, there is like an eagle with like a horrible sign on our armor, and like they just go through and through, and they just have this like horrible realization. It's hysterical.
Oh no, we're the bad guys. Yeah. Nice. I love it. So those were some of the memes that were made for us last week. That was a lot of fun to look over those.
Please make more.
Yeah, we definitely need more memes. I agree with that. So, right.
Put it up in our Discord.
Yeah. Join the Discord server. Is it in the description to the video?
I don't think it is. We
can add that in. We'll add it in. But if not, reach out to one of us and we will send it to you so you can come and join us. But yeah, there was this was 24 hours ago. Yeah, you're right, Kev. It was. Welcome, Jane. Pleased to have you here. So, was there anything else, or shall we? Is it time to flicker?
It's time to flicker.
It's time to flicker. Okay. So let's make sure we play the right video this time. Here we go.
It is believed there are worlds where a year is only a day here, and others where a day is a year here. There's supposed to be worlds where the very air would kill us at a breath, and worlds that barely have enough reality to hold together. And as we set out to explore these realities, remember one thing: be steadfast.
Be steadfast.
Be steadfast. Yes. So Una, I'm going to pop it on screen. Oh no, we don't need that one yet. Sorry. Our topic from last week. We have our first one already. So it was obviously the title of the episode. What if Rand killed Morgase? That is our flicker for this week, our main one. Obviously, once we've discussed this, we might flicker some more. I'm going to go with Sulin. You're nodding, so I feel like you have something to say here. So, Sulin, please tell us, in this flicker world where Rand killed Morgase, like, what's going on?
Okay, so there's obviously a lot of implications for how the story unfolds for Rand killing Morgase. I think there is only one thing really here that we need to focus on. It's the most important thing in the entire books. It's where a beloved character has a complete injustice done to her. And obviously I'm talking about when Birgitte has to deal with hearing Elaine sleep with Rand, right? So justice for Birgitte. Let's have Rand kill Morgase, and then she never has to go through that whole scene. She never has to go and get absolutely trashed to try and avoid it. Because let's face it, Elaine's not going to sleep with the guy who killed her mum. And, fine. The world probably might have ended by that point. And there's a lot of very serious things that could have gone wrong. But I don't care about any of that. Birgitte doesn't have to suffer. That's important.
Wow. That's a bold entry. Okay. Does anyone want to build on that?
I hadn't really considered that avenue at all, really, but thanks for bringing it up, Sulin. That would certainly change how the books. But I think it depends. So the question itself is just, what if Rand killed Morgase? And I think there are a couple of ways that could have happened. Either it was intentional for some reason or another, like he tried to kill, was it Robin?
Robin.
Yeah, tried to kill Robin. Morgase was caught in a crossfire. It was accidental. So that could be one way he could have killed her. It could have been intentional, but I don't know why. Or it could be someone impersonating Rand to throw him under a bus or something. I don't know.
Then it wouldn't have been Rand.
Then it wouldn't have been Rand it wouldn't have been Rand to Rand, but to anyone else, it would have been Rand.
Okay.
I think depending on which situation we find ourselves in this Flickerverse, it would change the outcome. I just don't know how.
I mean, if it was an accident, then maybe Elaine could forgive him, but I don't think Rand would forgive himself.
Yeah,
So I don't think no. And I think he would just never forgive himself, and he would have lost the last battle and everything. So
Yeah, you wouldn't get Veins of Gold moment. I killed my girlfriend's mum isn't really something you can get over.
I mean, it depends. Some people don't get along with their mother-in-law, so. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. If you don't like your mother-in-law,
the one time they met.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a great take on this because I just thought, nothing would change, pretty much. He would just add her to his list in his head and probably resolve it with the Veins of Gold, because that's when he realized he doesn't have to think about it anymore. Right?
Yeah.
He absolves himself from guilt.
I'm thinking it comes down to Gawain here, because Gawain's right.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
we don't
Yeah.
want to live in a universe where Gawain is right.
Yeah. I mean that's the change. It wouldn't change. I mean, he probably would have tried to kill Rand really badly, and then Rand would just. I mean, probably not killed him, but turned him to a frog. I don't know, something.
To a frog.
No, but
But then Rand would have killed them both. And it's Elaine's still not going to sleep with him. You've killed my brother and my mum.
I mean, yeah. If he told them, it depends on under what circumstances he killed Morgase. I think. So
what if he? Oh, sorry, Anna.
Or was it intentional? Because no, I want Elaine. But then it would be lead to an Rand that is even more devious and more like a Forsaken, or instead of a good guy. Because then he would oh no, I kill Morgase so that my girlfriend gets a throne. That would be a really weird world.
Apparently, Frog Gawain is his first Flickr prompt for the week. Why do I feel like Kev watches us and takes notes?
Yeah, he does. I think he has a spreadsheet at this moment.
Yeah, he's got to. I think that if Rand kills Morgase, then I don't see him and Elaine working it out, and that has big complications for, let's be honest, him saving the world. Even though it's not just him, when it comes to actually sealing away the Dark One, fine. But he could do that, and the world could have been destroyed if no one had fought the Trollocs. So I don't know. I feel like he would have too much. If Elaine's not on his side, there's too much he can't get done. Especially when you get to like the Field of Merilor and things like that. Yeah, I don't see him forgiving her. I don't see the bond working out. I don't see him winning. So I think that if Rand kills Morgase, I think the Shadow wins.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have probably Galad as Lord Captain Commander either, because if Morgase never goes to the White Cloaks, then she never deals with Walda.
Yeah,
Galad won't challenge Walda, or maybe he challenges him for another reason, but that
I agree. Yeah,
play out very differently, probably.
And then probably Perrin's trial would have played out differently because it wouldn't be a trial.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Perrin would never have gotten a.
Then Perrin probably would have killed Galad. It would have come to a confrontation instead of a trial. A trial.
A trial.
A trial.
Yeah, it's. I agree. I think Perrin would have just been like or they would have tried to capture him and just kill him if they could. Yeah, I see too many things going wrong. Too much of the coalitions that are required to win not working out because something would happen and then that would stop something else happening. The ripple effects.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this one thing here is too much. I mean, who's going to win, Rand or Galad in a sword fight? Like maybe they would, he'd be like, well, Rand's killed my mother. I need to go and, challenge him to a sword fight now. What if Gawain and Galad got there at the same time? I mean, like they got whooped by Matt, but they weren't actually trying to avenge their mother in the process. So
I think Rand would be pretty good with a quarterstaff as well,
Yeah, but they weren't fighting Matt to avenge their mother. They were just fighting Matt, also trying to be like, well, he's just got to have a sickbed, so we'll be easy on you.
Yeah, they were fighting Matt because they were having a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, I don't think they're fighting. Yeah, they're not fighting Rand for the same purposes. They're fighting Rand for vengeance for the death of their mother. So,
would it matter how she died? So, suppose Rand killed her. He could have done it in the way that we see now in the preview to the trailer, where he sets everything on fire. But that's not the Rand way to deal with Forsaken. Typically, he usually used balefire, right? Mm-hmm. So if we suppose she was caught in the crossfire of Rand trying to balefire Robin, and she is balefired out of existence, having not given birth to.
Oh,
no.
That much balefire because Rand tends to overdo it, right?
No,
I don't think he would do it that much. But he could balefire her, and you'd lose. If she lost a few months, she could even lose as far back as when Rand falls into the garden in book 1. I don't feel like it'd go as far back as Elaine being born.
I mean, okay, here's the thing, which then she wouldn't have dismissed Bryn, Gareth Bryn. So then he doesn't meet Swan on her journey. So then doesn't become, doesn't.
So that makes Camille happy.
That makes Camille happy. But then he doesn't end up commanding the forces for the split Aes Sedai segment, and then they probably don't, achieve much as a result, because then I think it just really screws everything up. So.
Now we're assuming like Rand kills her like after the whole Robin
Yeah.
What if he kills her when he's meeting them? Like he's fallen into the garden, they go into the throne room. And
Oh, he gets killed.
Oh yeah, or he
I
gets
mean,
stilled.
like he gets really nervous there and just like sets everything on fire.
Yeah.
Burns the palace down immediately. Oh
And
boy.
then Ida's there and it's like,
I was thinking about the meeting in the throne room but then you have Elida there who probably could have stopped a measly attack or burst of fire from Rand because he hasn't, learned to use his power yet. It's easier. I think that would be no problem for Elida to stop and shield him, but to stop him when he actually can use his power when he's out to kill a Forsaken, that would be hard.
Yeah.
And that's also when he fucking shoots balefire and shit all around in the palace. So if Morgase would have been there, I mean, yeah. You get a balefire. Yeah.
There you go, Kim. There's the next one. You get a balefire. You get a balefire. You get a balefire. Yeah. That's Rand before he realizes how to truly deal with Forsaken.
Kevin, get on it.
If he killed her when he was in the garden, then I have a feel like, well, Talonvor would probably die trying to avenge her almost immediately.
Yeah.
And Rabin would probably like slap him on the back and be like, "Congratulations, man. That's great.
Welcome to the shadow.
Well done. Welcome to the shadow."
Like,
but at least we would have.
And I'm going to kill you, but
But at least we wouldn't have to be around fucking stalker Talonvor for all the books.
I mean, Matt wouldn't be sent with a letter from Elaine back to Morgase from the tower, which means he wouldn't then meet up with Tom again because he meets Tom on that journey.
Tom dies of alcohol poisoning. In
Tarvalon.
In Tarvalon,
Yeah. Which would also make Camille happy because then Moraine doesn't get with Tom.
Camille's here like, this is the week I needed to be here.
And then we have like the scene because she's in the Shido camp with Fail, and they get like trapped in a building or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she uses her little power she has to like make a flag go against the wind or something, and some Aiel find her. I don't remember exactly the scene, but
so Fail might like starve to death under some rubble.
Yeah, so Fail dies. It's
and now Goatbrother is sad.
I love this, Jane's like, oh no, Talonvor, what a loss.
We're so sorry.
Creepy Stalker Talonvor is a song I probably need to write.
Yeah, probably. So I did ask chat. I said to them, does the light win if Rand kills Morgase? Thank you to the folks that are watching, because I realize there's a lot of live streams on right now. But it's a 60-40 split that the light does not win if Rand kills Morgase. So maybe we should avoid letting Rand kill Morgase, maybe. Is this a Flicker world that doesn't end? I think this is a Flicker world that doesn't implode on itself, but I think it's one that becomes very shadow filled.
Yeah.
This might be the death that killed. Oh, sorry, Sulin, go ahead.
No. That's all I had to say.
I didn't hear what you said. Could you repeat it, please?
I can't remember.
Welcome to my world.
I was going to say something along the lines of this death to be put on Rand's list would probably break him in the box. That's one too many. It wouldn't come out of the box.
I'm just going to stay here.
I don't think he'd go into the box, If Elida, given Elida's relationship with Morgase, even if they were on bad terms, I don't think he'd be going into the box. I think Elida would have just sent them there to kill him. I think, assassinating world rulers, she's not going to want to bring him to the tower at that point. She's a world ruler. She's what she wants to. She'll want to take him out.
Yeah. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But then he might not trust them. If he's, a little bit more mentally unstable because of what he's done and has a lot of trust issues and trauma, then maybe he doesn't trust the Aes Sedai in the first place to get in the box. Does he go in the box? I don't know.
I mean, they kind of force him in the box, don't they? So it's not like they're like, "Hey, here's a box. Do you want to hop in?"
I don't
Nice
think he would have
box.
even let them in the palace.
Yeah, he's not like. Well, okay, possible. I had images of Rand like as a kitten being like, "Oh, you bought me a new toy, but there's a box." Yeah.
That's what they did. They bought him an Action Man figurine, and he saw the box.
Please. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
Rand
God.
is not a cat. He just
Rand is not a cat.
Tried to get
do
into
we-
boxes all the time. No.
Do we have anything else we want to add to this, or shall we grab another flicker off the wheel?
I think we're good. I think we've.
Yeah.
Got a new hashtag in chat. Kitten Rand.
Just kitten Rand. Nice.
Kitten crosses the courtyard.
Kitten crosses the courtyard.
Oh, do you have that meme picture? And I love it. I've saved it for like 10 years, I think. It's a picture of a little kitten walking on 2 feet, like it's a human. Just
Yeah.
like this, yeah. And the text says, "Yeah, it's Friday. Let's go in, fuck shit up," not something like that. I don't remember the meme,
Yeah.
but I love that picture. So
that would fit this really well.
Yep.
That's great. All right, I'm going to bring the wheel in, and we are going to pick out a new spin. But I can't pick this, so
We need to
you'll
spin.
have to. Yeah, you'll need to spin it. So
Here we go.
there's so many alternatives. Flicker.
there's a few on this list. Yeah. What if Swan wasn't deposed?
Oh.
Okay. That's fun.
That's the big one.
That's a big
right.
one. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big one to do on the spot as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do
Right,
everything
let's-
on the spot. No problem for me.
What if Swan wasn't deposed? That is our current flicker. Anyone have strong feelings about this off the bat?
That would change so much.
It would change
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it wouldn't change? Garwin doing something stupid.
Obviously.
That's true. That's true. There are people like arriving. I believe the Dusty Wheel just finished. So thank you if you've just arrived. We did talk briefly at the beginning about the stuff that was dropped by the Twitter accounts from the Wheel of Time and Collider. But we're having fun doing our usual flicker here, folks. So please hang around if you want to just talk Wheel of Time stuff. The current topic is what if Swan wasn't deposed? Dusty Wheel. That sounds weird, Kev. That's right, Dusty Wheel Runoff, come to us. That feels weird, dude. It feels weird. Love you, but weird.
And for if ever somebody's coming over from the Dusty Wheel, we are a full spoiler show for the books. So, yes, you know.
Yeah. Jane has obviously come in immediately straight off the bat, pointing out that we don't have a Gawain Zamlin later on. So, I mean, that's a fair point. But, you know, if Swan isn't deposed, I don't know, does it make things easier because we don't have the split in the White Tower? Or do we still have people trying to depose her and then they don't and then they leave instead?
I think Swan's probably less aware of the political machinations in the tower. Like she has to like endear herself to like Lelaine and Ramanda, right?
Right.
She has to really play them off against each other when they're in the Saladar camp. And obviously that just doesn't exist. So I almost feel like keeping Swan on that pedestal won't actually do her any good and won't do the light any good in the long run.
Right.
because she's not as sort of down in the mud with them all. Right?
Yeah.
And like there are good things that come of it, but no Egwene Amaryllis, like what does Egwene do? Just has a quite a dull life, you know, attempted to become an Aes Sedai. But probably not, because she probably just runs off and does things, and you know, she'll probably just yeah, or tags on to one of the other story arcs. Yeah, she probably doesn't leave the wise ones. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they still got sent out hunting Black Aja when Suan was still in power. So that story arc would probably continue. But I think it's still a problem because Suan wasn't aware how deep the problem in the White Tower was. So I think, and because now we know that there is a Forsaken in the tower, or a couple of Forsaken at sometimes, you know, spreading deceit and messing with the politics. So I think the tower actually the tower under Suan will probably crumble before the last battle.
And you wouldn't have... Oh, sorry.
No. That's the end of my thought.
No, I'm thinking we wouldn't have Egwene there when the Shan attacks in the same way. And
exactly.
Would they like manage to take the entire tower down?
I was thinking exactly the same thing, because they are trying to defend themselves, and Egwene's the only one that rallies and sorts it out. You're not going to have Swan sat in with the novices, so the novices are just going to get picked up left, right, and center. I don't think the whole tower is getting like torn down, but I think it's going to be so weakened as a result that it becomes, you know, ineffective at the very least. And then the Shan will just sort of like sweep through and be like, well, we did the successful raid, so let's go again. We, you know, gained dozens, hundreds of, you know, new sword arm, and we lost like 20 people doing it, you know. So I think they get real ballsy, and I think the White Tower doesn't make it, but not off that initial attack. I think it's just severely weakened, and then, you know, it then crumbles to nothing.
I mean, you still have Elida. Sorry, go.
Yeah, that was more or less the same thing. I was going to say, like, Elida would still have probably supporters, and they, let's say that they actually tried to depose her and failed. What would happen to that side? Would they like execute all those would be the rebel Aes Sedai then?
Yeah,
they would.
Yeah, no influx of new channels. Yeah. That's what, and I think that's if Suan would continue as Amaryllis, they wouldn't have the influx of new channels, just as Dana Lou said, because that's what Egwene did. She opened up the tower for every channel. Doesn't matter what age you are. They were not ageist when she was in. Yeah, that's a good thought, I think, because that's something to make the White Towers strong in the future, in the next stage, because they were just getting smaller and smaller and smaller compared to when the White Tower was created.
Yeah. So Swan is I don't know, Swan's staying Amaryllis is not good. It seems like. Well, but I mean, this also falls into the Camille's happy choice where she doesn't end up bonding Gareth Bryn. So I feel like we're just playing to Camille's loves right now.
Yeah.
And she's not here. Poor.
I just think, like, you still have all the factions that are going against Swan, right? So say they attempt the tower coup but fail, or they don't attempt it at all. Well, the like Masana and the Forsaken still want to create chaos in the tower, right? So if they can't depose Swan, they're probably just going to kill her.
Yeah.
You know, you think.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like she'd probably die, and you'd probably still end up with Elida, but just then Egwene loses her mentor. And you potentially you still don't have the rebel Aes Sedai because there's no catalyst for them to become split. And at that point, yeah, as Toby then says, they probably wouldn't lose all the channelers from the Black Tower attack. They probably wouldn't be doing any of the bonding of the Black Tower. You wouldn't get Pavara and Androl. You wouldn't get like Logain's redemption story.
Right.
You wouldn't get Logain escaping the tower.
Right.
You just have Mistress Laris serving up good meals and good times instead.
This is very true.
Swan dies
killed,
mysteriously in her sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's actually something they talk about in the secret histories, or what they called. When Swan is talking to Egwene, when she's trying to teach her how to be Amyrlin, that, you know, some Amyrlins weren't good, so they mysteriously died.
Things happen.
Yeah, things happen, you know. Pillows get stuck on head.
Yeah, people die in their sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Logain not getting out because obviously he escapes during all that chaos. We don't have all the warders dying. You know,
That's true.
You don't have that trauma.
Amar lives.
Yeah.
And then Gawain and Galad wouldn't have that trauma.
Yeah.
Also, there would be a significantly lesser army in the Lost Bottle, because that's what Garrett Bryn did for the White Tower or the Little Tower. He was actually, you know, collecting people, and Matt's army was growing as well, because when they were traveling, you know, together or in close proximity, it was just sucking up everyone who wanted to fight in the nation they passed through. So
if like Black Tower Pod suggests, if Lyda attempts to depose Swan and loses, what happens then? Like, do we think that Elida gets stilled?
Yeah, I think she gets stilled for treason.
What does that change then?
No Rand in a box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
Rand.
good.
No Rand in the box. This is good. Yeah.
No Alviarin as keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it
true.
stunts the Black Argyle or anything like that. I don't think it halts any of their plans because they'll just adapt.
No. But they wouldn't have like lost the Oath Rod, and Varen wouldn't have died, maybe.
Oh, that's true.
No.
Oathrod would still have been where it belongs.
Yeah. This is a good
Hmm.
point. Oh, so if Swan
I'm starting to like this now.
I mean,
Yeah.
We get to keep Varen.
Egwene
Yeah, I
probably
mean-
doesn't kill Masana,
right? Yeah.
which is sad times.
There's a lot of complications here.
Mhm.
I mean, we would still get like all the Black Sisters, the Forsaken in the Tower, the Grey Men,
Yeah.
all of that. Probably.
I mean, if Varen finds the Earth Rod, then she'll still reveal all the Black Sisters she's found. But would you know, Egwene be? No one's going to be in the position like Egwene was to effectively root them out, all the Dark Friends, like the Black
What
Sisters.
about Megiddion? Like, would Nynaeve have the balls to bring Megiddion back to the tower? As opposed to, you know, when they you know, realize who she is in Saladar,
yeah.
right? She then
Right.
keeps her under lock and key. Like, would she have the balls to do that in Saladar, or would they?
Well,
Yeah,
they wouldn't be
like-
in Saladar, would they?
Right, sorry,
No.
yeah. So if they're in the White Tower, right, and Megiddion had pretended to be Maragon, followed them back, at that point, can 3 still accepted, because they're not raised to Aes Sedai, keep Megiddion hidden in the tower, or do they have to report her to Swan? And in that case, she's stilled.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dana's also bringing that one. Galana is not captured by the Shido. You just made me think now, if there's no split of the tower, then there's no raising of Egwene to Amyrlin Sea, and thus Nynaeve and the Lane are not raised to full sisters. Their freedom is severely hampered. They've got to go back to the tower. They just can't wander around. Like, so all the things that they get up to suddenly aren't really happening.
Yeah. The kin,
You know?
like the only way they get away with having that conversation with the kid is because they are actually Aes Sedai when Satalanan takes them around.
Yes.
Because she doesn't believe they are. If they're pretending to be Aes Sedai, they're in big trouble at that point.
Yeah.
No. It would be a completely different story. Everyone was
Very.
doing.
Where's the fan fiction?
I think this doesn't end well. There's some things here that we did like, but I think overall this does not end very well at all, does it?
No demise wells. Well, we can't have that.
No demise wells. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. No Rand in the box, no demise wells. Wow.
Oh, taking all the fun out of it.
Boring mirror
Yeah,
world.
and Toby's like, if Swan gets killed by the Black Azure and Leida is dead or still, does Alviarin get the seat?
Oh.
Ooh.
Does it work like that with like vice president and president?
No. No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's who knows? It's fucking weird politics there.
Is it like a Kennedy situation? And like,
It's not. It's not
LBJ gets
logical
sworn in.
like for. It's not logical like for the Aiel.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
a system I
and
understand.
we don't get the Bowl of Winds to correct the weather because, again, they've not had the freedom to just go do what they want and chase down this Terangrial. They've had to go back to the tower. You know, because
Uno stays with Massima.
Sorry?
Uno stays with Massima.
Uno stays with Massima. No cleansing of the one power of the male Hoff.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Rand turns up at the final battle pretty cuckoo.
Yeah.
Rather than just a bit cuckoo.
And a black tower full of men cuckoo.
Yeah.
I mean, Nynaeve would probably didn't have the freedom to go around and trying to heal everybody and just accidentally start to heal madness as well.
Yeah.
So
That's a
also
very
think-
good point.
the Black Tower would probably completely be under Mazrim Taim's thumb.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've got
Yep.
no Logain to provide a
No
counterpoint.
Logain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So the Black Tower is just complete. There's no saving the Black Tower.
It's-
Oof.
I don't like that.
Black Tower podcast in chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
So I feel like Swan needs to get deposed.
Yeah.
Thadadar is a big catalyst for a lot of things. And I think if Egwene is stuck doing dishes in the White Tower, she wouldn't evolve in the way she does either. And she wouldn't kind of invent reverse balefire and save the planet. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I very much agree with that. This is.
I mean,
I think we have another person coming into our stream.
Yes. Just a moment. I think it's still loading up. We'll hold fire for it. Oh, there it is. Please welcome, Goatbrother.
Hi, double hand wave.
Hey, go do the double wave. Good to see you, Goatbrother. How are you?
Good. Now good. Now it's good.
You've had a day.
Yeah.
That
So,
we're discussing if Swan wasn't deposed. We've currently come up with the idea that the tower would be screwed over by the Shanshan, but like Rand doesn't get put in a box. They don't go. Like Logain doesn't escape. The girls don't get to be full sisters because Egwene isn't raised, and they don't do all their things. The Black Tower becomes completely evil, and Rand. Oh, and there's no cleansing of the one power, and Rand goes to the last battle pretty cuckoo.
And chat is wonderful.
Yeah.
So Nynaeve probably wouldn't get the chance to study Gentling on Logain and discover how to heal Stilling.
I feel like she would, because he would be at the tower and she would be at the tower. So that might actually still happen.
Yeah,
That might
maybe.
work. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that might still work. Maybe.
So maybe he would actually go to the Black Tower then. Maybe.
No, because he'd been they would not let him out of
They
their
wouldn't
sight.
let him go.
No, I think they'd
No.
just re-still him. So, or re-gentle him, sorry.
Yeah, because he wouldn't serve the purpose of bringing down Elida then.
Yeah.
No.
It would just be another false dragon.
Yeah.
I win again.
This is very true. Roger, do you want to add anything in?
I
Or shall we, since you've just arrived, shall we spin another flicker out?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've only been chatting for about an hour, so we've got a little bit more time. So
Yeah.
we'll throw out another
Let's do that.
and do another flicker. And
We've got
see
so
what
many
we
of
get.
these to get through.
We have a few of these, so
Like
we can hide
79
that
left.
one now.
Yeah, but there's more in the spreadsheet.
Nice.
How many can we put on there?
I don't know. We'll just
There's
find out.
Ton.
Let's break the wheel.
Just
Yeah.
Oh, I see a good one. I hope it.
Like Thatcher is quite right. Yeah, the pattern really did railroad Swan there. Kind of had to go through what she went through. So, what if Rand had killed
Oh.
Grendel Natrum's Barrow? Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
she
sounds
did.
nice.
But he did kill one of the Forsaken, right? But
I think
he missed Grendel.
Arangar.
Arangar,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Arangar.
Again.
Okay, but is this if he
Yeah,
killed
who was it?
only Grendel or Arangar or both?
I think you assume both.
Okay,
Yeah. I think both. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he assumed both.
Ruark would be saved.
That was my thought.
Yes.
That's the most justice for Ruark.
Justice
Can
for
someone
Ruark.
remind me
Yeah,
what happens? Is this with the big castle
Yes,
and all the
yes.
servants
yeah,
and all the bale fight? Right. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
You get a balefire.
You get a balefire. You get a balefire. Yeah, that one's going to get a lot of use. So, Roger, do you want to go first on this one?
No. Sorry.
Love you, Niels.
Need to gather my thoughts. Sorry.
Okay,
That's totally fine.
I can jump in. If Grendel, okay, she is one of the main one that goes around in the captain's dreams, right?
Yeah.
In the last battle and influence
yeah.
them. So, I mean, Lanfair probably could have taken that duty, but I mean, she pretty much does shit all in the last battle. She kind of flirts with Perrin for a while, but that's about it. So I don't think she would have done it. But Grendel was under direct orders from Mordin to, interfere with them. So probably the captains would not have been corrupted, is my thought.
And then Matt maybe wouldn't have been made like
Yeah.
commander of all the armies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And then I think we probably would have lost anyways.
Yeah, I mean, but how much? Well, I feel like the 4 armies would have lost anyway. They just lost faster, didn't they, because of the compulsion?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just depends how you look at it.
You think about all the other stuff that like Grendel does and causes, because it's not just like she still like betrays half the other Forsaken as well. So I feel like with her dead, some of their plots might have gone further.
Yeah.
She knows where some of them are hiding at this point, but she wants to stay cozied up in her fancy manor house and like. Do we need her to be alive? Is that what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe. What was it like Blindfold just said in chat? So basically, Grendel is the real hero of the book. I mean, in a kind of in a way, yeah. That's
What is Rand's journey after after Natrum Barrow? Because he thinks he's killed Grendel at that point. So how he reacts won't change. Like he still has, his morbid moment. He still, tries to destroy. Where is it? Is it Abu Dar? Where the Strawn
Yeah.
are?
Isn't
He
that
still has veins of gold. that all still happens.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Fates of Gold.
Yeah.
would happen, yeah.
It's the shadows plot that particularly gets screwed up by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the stuff that Grendel doesn't happen, like the compulsion of the Great Captains.
What about all the
Okay.
dream spike stuff? She lends the dream spike to Slayer. And it gets so all of
Is
that
that-
stuff in Tel'aran'rhiod with
Yeah, is
Perrin
that-
chasing Slayer and the spike and the
But
not
I-
being able to
no.
Was that
travel.
Grendel?
I think that's not
Yeah, it's
Grendel, right?
Grendel. Yeah.
Is it Grendel?
Yeah, but I think that's before Natron Sparrow anyway, so that would still happen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the timeline, but I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
my problem as well.
because I feel like they. Yeah, it must have been. Oh gosh, I'm so
no,
bad
I
at
don't
this.
think it is, because I'm
Is
on
it?
my reread. I'm in Knife of Dreams, and neither of them have happened.
Okay, because
And I feel like
you
it's
have
the Perrin arc you get later, because
Yeah.
then you have it's just a weave.
Yeah.
yeah. And let's see.
Like, does it give Perrin an easier time?
Probably.
And also, isn't Grendel the one to order Slayer, or is that Moradin at that point?
My memory is.
Yeah, that gets confusing to be who's who.
I mean, it might have helped Perrin give Perrin an easier time if we avoided the dream spike and all that.
Yeah.
But I think it also helps Perrin in a way to help him evolve. Like he constantly fights with Slayer and grows in the dream world as a result.
Yeah. Yeah. So would Slayer potentially kill Perrin?
You mean without the
no.
dream spike, without Grendel? Because
Without
Perrin
Grendel.
wouldn't be as powerful.
But I mean, how much of the dream spike stuff actually trained him up? Like, he was pretty well trained before the dream spike stuff. Like,
His training's quite late. Like that whole bit for Perrin is basically his practice.
but it doesn't involve the dream spike when he starts training, does it? It's not like the dream spike goes up and he's like, okay, I'll go do a training montage, come back, and then stop the dream spike.
No, but he's like learning with the dream spike, because like he learns how to like get through the thing, and then he learns how to be quiet.
Yeah, but is that when does Grendel give Slayer the dream spike though? Is that after Natron Sparrow? Or before?
Yes. I'm reading here on Wiki now. So, Mordin, this is after Natron's Barrow, where Mordin finds her at some island in Earth Ocean. She attempts to redeem herself by promising the death of Perrin Arbaro, which Mordin agrees to allow her to attempt, loaning her a dream spike and the service of Slayer. So yeah, you're right, Sulin. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So
okay.
yeah, so that would have
Never
changed. How could I? Okay. So
Okay,
that
so
would have changed the Perrin's
what
story arc.
What was Slayer doing prior? If he's like, yeah, you can have Slayer and this dream spike go kill Perrin. Like, Slayer wasn't going after Perrin at that stage. Slayer was kind of working for someone else and doing whatever he felt like.
Yeah.
I think Slayer was just out hunting wolves in the wolf dream.
Yeah.
It's being
So
picked
maybe
up by a Shamael, wasn't it?
And he was
Different
going after
forsaken
Perrin
releasing.
anyhow. At some point, the only question is, does the dream spike affect Perrin's training that much that he is only able to kill Slayer because he has the dream spike, because he has to train that hard?
I've just realised something.
Go for it.
We would lose the last battle because Perrin wouldn't be able to place the dream spike outside the cave
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
because they wouldn't
That's
have
it.
it.
Indeed.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Sorry,
Because
Grendel has to survive.
Yeah, because otherwise people would have been able to gateway into the cave pretty much.
Yeah.
Or
people could, like-
go and Slayer would have been able to go into the cave as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Literally,
Not
Dane
good,
Lewis just
not
popped
good.
that into chat.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
there we go. So yeah, I was just asking that. Yeah. So that's a very valid point. So this it comes down to. Yeah, I think they couldn't have defended the cave properly. I think you're quite right there, and thus.
Oh, I think.
Rams.
Yeah, but the spike forces Perrin to train, not so much as the dream spike. No, but it forces him to move. Because Slayer is using the dream spike to herd Perrin and
He
his whole
Power because of the dream spike.
Yeah.
because they can travel. They can't open way gates because of the spike.
So when Egwene's having her battle against the Black Aja and then Masana, Egwene dies. That's what happens. She doesn't survive the balefire.
Yeah. So,
Well,
Damn,
it's just-
depressing.
So depressing.
yeah, we've had some depressing ones this week, haven't we?
There's about change everything. Everyone dies. It's going to
I win
be
again,
so.
Lutheran.
Have we
yeah.
had one yet where we think it wouldn't have changed the result of the last battle?
Do you know? I think was it Joe in chat asked that a while back. I think I replied, "We will find out," because there's a scroll too far back in chat now. Right here, Joe Berlin. I wonder if there will ever be a what if that actually improves the chances of the light. I mean, we're going to do our best to find out.
Should we do a
And
tally?
send us more.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
send us more. So
Yeah, exactly. You can actually help out here. Just give us suggestions so that we can.
Put it
Yeah.
on the wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
true.
Sandra has a point. Would Hopper still be around in the Wolf Dream then?
So Hopper. When does Hopper die in the Wolf Dream?
I mean, he's
pretty
with
late.
Perrin. It's pretty late because he's
He's-
helping. He's fighting Slayer with Perrin.
Right.
Yeah.
And when Hopper dies, he forges Malkier after that.
He does.
Oh,
Together
yeah.
with the first power rod weapon since the Age of
Mm.
Legends.
Yeah.
And my headcanon is a part of Hopper's soul is forged into Malkier. I just need that for my. I can't.
I mean, you meet Hopper again because he becomes a hero of the Horn in the last battle.
Yeah.
Hopper comes again.
But yeah, we need to find out when hit the wiki up. When does this is a weird thing to Google, but it's coming up with Stranger Things instead. Let's see what it says. When finally confronting Slayer, that's what it starts with. Where Hopper, in an attempt to save Perrin, is mostly injured from an arrow from Slayer. Slayer throws him off wall. Perrin jumps, catches him before he hits ground. So this is when they're going with the Dream Spike stuff. So, potentially Hopper doesn't die in the Wolf Dream.
The one good thing.
But everyone else dies.
Everyone else dies, but Hopper survives, and Ruark doesn't get taken over with compulsion, but still dies anyway because everyone dies.
And I mean, the Wolf Dream and everything is crumbling. So I mean, there probably maybe wouldn't even be a
Yeah.
alarm bell.
Yeah, you're right, Goatbrother. We have become pro Grendel and lighter, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, we've done 5 so far, and the Dark One has won 5 times. Yes, but I think that's why we are kind of doing the thing that the Dark One and Rand does in the last battle, weaving worlds
Yeah.
with a different outcome. And as you can see, it's kind of hard. I can understand why the Dark One would be so good at it, because every small change that led to this could change the direction completely.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do much to screw shit up. So it's almost a little bit like. Sorry, go Roger.
You need a bit of evil stuff to happen and survive, so that the good can win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Need a hero's journey.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I feel this is a smidge of Doctor Strange right now, where it's like I looked at 14,600,030 futures, and we only made it in one. You know? If we ever run out of flickers for the wheel,
fail?
oh no,
No.
no! I hope not. All right.
So
How
Tony
we
Stark
feeling?
has to die. Is that what we're
So-
saying?
Oh my God, who is Tony Stark? Hopper.
Matt?
Matt? No. Yeah. I love that. All right. Shall we we've gone just like an hour and 15-ish. How do we want to chat again? Do we want to like spin something for next week? How are we feeling, folks?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
fine.
find our topic for next week's Flicker, folks. So we'll bring back the wheel and we will hopefully pull out something that's going to be fun for next week. You never know. We'll
It
find
might
out.
not be.
It might not be. It might be another one where the dark is going to win. They're 5 for 5 so far. So next week's topic: what if a parent married goal?
Nice.
Oh my God! There's going to be a
Love
few
it.
people having fun with that.
Mhm.
Dude, there's a few people in the fandom where I'm just like, there's a lot of people that want this to be a thing. We need to make people very aware that this is our topic for next week.
Yes.
Oh no.
Amazing. So yeah,
I have thoughts already, but I'm going to write them down.
That might take up. I mean, I don't know if the light's going to win, but I think it's going to be one where we all like, screw it, we want it anyway.
We might be needing over an hour just for that one.
Yeah, right. Yes, Garen Stonewolf. Thank you, Dana. That's Dana's name in my server. That's what she goes by, thanks to a podcast episode. So yeah, Garen Stonewolf. Already in my head canon, people are like really into this. All right. Thank you so much for everyone who stuck around. Each and every week we'll be getting together at this time on a Wednesday, as us lovely Europeans like to do. Is Camille back next week?
I think
I'm not sure.
they're off for 2 weeks.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately.
There's 7 of us here, folks, in total, so there'll be different people every week. But as you can tell, we get together and we spin a wheel of a bunch of what ifs and talk about all the Flicker worlds that are out there, and just have a fun discussion about trying to figure out if there was any other way the light could win, or if it was that one in 14 million or whatever it was. So thank you, everyone. For all your good ideas. You know, it's always fun having the discussions. I love the way that Sulin came straight in with just like, well, then we don't have to have weird sex telepathy. With our
Where my
first-
mind goes, straight to the gutter.
Yeah, folks, if you decided to make a theme, please let us know. Send it to us. We have a Discord server, which we will put in the description of the show. So you can come and join us. There'll be a meme channel. You can put those in. I know Ken's got a few. But yeah. Any parting words before we say goodbye to folks?
I think
Justice for Begita and Brewer.
Justice for Begita. Yeah. Sadly, we're pro Grendel and Elida this show. Didn't realize we'd be saying that, but you know, we will see you next time, folks. And did we design a sign off yet? I don't think we've got one yet.
Yeah,
do
we
we?
got one.
What is it?
I'll just sing.
It's
until
called
you
an
figure it out.
outro.
Oh no, I was like, did we have anything we say?
Oh,
no.
Oh.
Yeah.
bye.
Still
We're not-
working the kinks out, folks.
Yeah, we're not professionals like Rob.
But we don't keep shame here.
No. All right. Well, we'll see you next week, folks. So bye.
Bye.
Bye.